Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Bradu. Today I'm going to teach you a lesson that I thought was a complete game changer when I learned it a few months ago. I joined it. This is for shipping multiple trading cards through the mail in a plain white envelope as opposed to a bubble mailer. Now, a bubble mailer is definitely better, safer to keep, your valuable cards, make sure they get there in good condition. But I do a lot of trading. I joined a group called OBC, Old Baseball Cards, and it's amazing. We help each other finish our sets of vintage cards. Sometimes condition is not the greatest. You can see Rod Carew's a little beat up here. So for that sort of thing, shipping multiple cards in a plain white envelope for one stamp or a little bit more is amazing. What you need is, I take one of these 9 cell sheets, cut them into strips like this. I recommend 9 cards, 3 per cell, for one forever stamp. You can probably do, like I got 3 cards in here, and then some of these little minis. So I think you can safely do, I've been told, and from my experience so far, do 9 standard size cards, 3 per cell. That's fine. You could probably fit another one. I've received some that have more for sure. It pushes that. I think you have a 1 ounce limit and a thickness limit on shipping PWE. So if you're gonna go past 9 cards, I wouldn't recommend pushing the envelope on that. So do 9. I take a sheet of paper. I usually write a little note. Enjoy your cards. Fold it into thirds. You need an envelope like this. This is a legal. I think it's a legal envelope. I have stickers with my name and address. 1 stamp. I will put his address on in a second. Slide it in there. Seal it up. Boom. Rookie mistake you don't want to do. Don't put the cards in and then write the address, because you'll indent the cards with your pen marks. So that's why I'm not going to seal this up right now, because I don't want to put his address on it. I got my forever stamps here. If you're going to use any tape, which you don't really need, but some people like to use tape, don't use Scotch tape. Collectors hate it. It sticks on everything. It's harder to get off. Use painter's tape. I got this at $1.25 Tree, so it's cheap. It comes off the card sleeves and everything. Real easy and clean. You can also do, so if you're shipping more than, say, 9 cards, you want to do 18, you can do 2 of these. You can double up for sure. Fill up another one, put in two of these, fold it up with 1 sheet of paper, put your forever stamp on there, and I've got extra stamps. A 20-cent stamp. You just add a 20-cent stamp to the forever stamp, and you can ship twice as many cards. That's 18. Much cheaper than shipping in a bubble mailer. If you're shipping from US to Canada, you can do the same thing. You want 2 forever stamps and an extra 20-cent stamp, I believe. And I think that is pretty much it. You can ship single cards or up to a few cards in the smaller size envelope. I'm not a big fan of card savers, but they work really well for this. You can do 3 cards, maybe 4, but I'm going to recommend 3 because I know for sure it's okay. Again, I would take a piece of paper, fold it up for a little extra thickness and support for the cards, and single forever stamp should do the trick. And I think that covers it. The only no I'm going to say, other than Scotch tape and writing the address on the actual cards, don't use top loaders. I like top loaders for storing my cards and for shipping in a bubble mailer. But they push the thickness just a little bit too much. I've definitely received plain white envelopes with single cards in top loaders. So most of the time it's probably going to work, but I've heard of people not having success because they used a top loader. So I'm going to recommend against it. Use these. It's not fail-safe, right? But shipped and received quite a few packages, probably at least 100 now, in a plain white envelope. And I have not yet received any cards that were damaged through the mail, even though they're in a plain white envelope like this. So I think that covers it. Like I said, this is for standard 9 cards. If you want to do 18, throw an extra 20-cent stamp on there, and you should be good. Drop this in the mailbox. Don't even have to go to the post office. So hopefully that helps. Like I said, for me, this was an absolute game changer, and I've now done a couple trades with people outside that OBC trading group where I've suggested, hey, let's ship plain white envelope, save a bunch of money. You can stuff a whole bunch of cards in. It's even cheaper to send 3 of these with 18 cards times 3, 54, than it is to ship them in a bubble mailer, and it's I would say close to as safe. So if you're doing stuff that are already kind of in rugged shape, and it's not going to be the end of the world if it gets banned, and it's not worth $50, go for it. I hope that helps you as much as it's helped me. Trading is the way to go. They're called trading cards. I love trading, and I love trading through the mail, but when you got to ship everything in a bubble mailer for $5+, it makes it a lot harder to do for the lower end stuff. So hope that helps. I'm Brad U. Thanks for watching. Happy trading and collecting.